Thanks for tuning in to Season 2 of the Hollow Points Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And what do we do, Coach?
We accept the challenge of providing dangerous, thought provoking, and sometimes controversial insights into life's most common topics.
Get your mind right. Yeah. Get your mind right.
Teaching them financial responsibility on a positive, but I never complained when stuff was tight and this and that because they don't need to know that. They need to be in a kid's place and they just need to know the lights come on when you flip the switch, the water go down when you flush the toilet. But as my older daughter got older, I told her we talk about life insurance and land, and we talk about little things so I could bring her into it so she can understand how it looks. But the reality of it is, don't think that you can be anybody without the things that they went through, even me. So if I got a daughter that feels like she deserves whatever her mama got, just like my wife was thinking she was supposed to get where her mama at, you have no idea how they got that. You don't know.
Mhm.
You don't when you go to bed, you don't know if your mom got a night job at the club. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Let's
true.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the reality of it is, come to me when you have all the facts. Come to me and ask when you know all of the information. When you start making determinations and decisions based on what you see, make sure you check, ask a couple questions, figure it out, or give it time, and it will reveal itself. A lot of these relationships, like you said, my aunties and them, they in relationships and it look good. Then you find out he was jumping on her, or he's an
Mhm.
alcoholic, or
Mhm.
it's all these concessions that they make for the optics. Like he ain't this and he ain't that, and he don't take care of none of his other kids. It's so many women in my life. It's so many women that had kids with dudes that had a gang of kids and thought they shit was so magical that this
Mm.
was gonna be the one that they take care of.
Mm.
This nigga got 6 kids. You had your first kid by a
Mhm.
dude that had 6 kids,
Yep.
and you thought your kid was gonna be the one that changed him around. How dumb is it? The math is bad on this. But but sometimes women can't get over themselves, they get in their own way. And what happens is they create this I deserve, I deserve. And when you challenge that or when you question that, why do you believe you deserve? You are offending the shit out of her. Because yeah, you are really, really offending her because she can't really explain it to where you would understand it. And so therefore you should know, but you should already because I am a and then I hate when moms go this route. We come from Queens. New York,
Mhm.
nigga. Like, what is you talking
Mhm.
about? We come from kings and queens. We deserve this. This is not an inherited thing. This world is
Mhm.
not going to give. You got to work for everything you get. Frederick Douglass said, "We don't always get what we work for, but we damn sure always work for what we get."
Mm.
And you just got to understand that. And so that's what I teach my girls. That's what I talk to them about. Everybody not gonna be cool with you. Everybody ain't gonna rock with you, but you got to be okay with you and stand on you. But
Yeah.
at any given time, if you're willing to build something with somebody, that's called a business plan. That's called a conversation. This is what
Mhm.
we're trying to do, and we're in a partnership. People take relationships for granted that he was supposed to do this and supposed to do that. There's a new thing out. I'm gonna let y'all know this on this game. My wife told me about it. One of her friends said the new thing is called disillusion of marriage because people don't want to say divorce no more. So it's a lady and she's in a dissolution of marriage, and her regret is she didn't save nothing up to absorb this divorce. Like, damn,
Wow.
damn, that's your thought. That's your thought process. You about to lose your literally what you dreamed of having for the rest of your life is about to go away if that's how you rock, if that's how you think.
I want
And
to
your
ask
first
Shonda
thought is,
something
I
then.
should have had some a parent to spare. Go ahead, cuz. What you got?
So, and these women who think the man is the provider, right? Who takes
Hmm.
care of all the bills
Hmm.
and provides all of the necessities in the house, where does their check go?
They
For
are being
whatever they wanted to.
exactly.
And
They are being paid.
I'm not
They are
saying
being
it's
paid to
right,
be them.
but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking how I think they would think for whatever they want to look cute, to their hair and their nails and all the stuff that their man wants to see visually.
It should be divorce insurance or delusion insurance. What is it called?
That's what they need to
Right.
start saving for now.
Yeah, because
You're right.
if that's all you contributing to the household, it's coming.
Yeah, you're right.
It's on its way.
Because
Well,
in a relationship like that, yeah, that's where it's leading to.
I think the interesting part about that is we had a conversation at the gig, right? And one of the things that the dude said, white male, he said that he has anxiety being around people. He don't really like to fuck with people, whatever. And so he liked working from the crib because every time he would go in, he would have to do everything he could to act normal, to fit in. And it blew my mind because every time I go in, I'm trying to act special to get to, you know what I'm saying, to show that I belong here and I'm better. And so that mentality of you always trying to show up and show out, I think a lot of black people have that, unfortunately, until you get to relationships. Like we always stunting and extra for other people. If you could be that for your significant other, keep that, like kids say, keep that same energy,
Mm-hmm.
you could have so much more success because now we outdoing each other in this trying to make sure that we outdoing each other. You know what I'm saying? While we doing each other. So I don't gotta go do nobody else. You dig? Like boom
Yeah,
bars.
yeah.
But I think that unfortunately a lot of what we've developed over time is a check with the crowd. A relationship is not a community project, but you always do something and then you post it or you check to see, was this great? Did this show y'all I deserved him? Is this, you always competing for the, I am so great, but I need other people to validate that you know what I'm saying? And the fact is this, when you with a great, I don't know too many women, and I hope that y'all can correct me here, but I'm just speaking to women. So even the female on the call can probably add some light to this. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say too many. I don't know one woman that was with a great guy. It didn't work, and she got with another great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Help me now.
Well, I don't either. Let me think. Oh my
Thinking hard
goodness.
now. I
I,
can't. I
I, I
can't
bet
tell
there's
you.
I bet there's plenty of women that was had a great guy and lost a great guy. Wish they had that great guy back. But I don't know.
See, I'm
How do
Tyrese
you
old
go
lady.
on?
Tyrese old lady is saying that she left a marriage and took the kid and all that because she was listening to other hoes talk about he should be doing more and more and better and this and that. And so she let them infect her, and now she divorced and crying about she shouldn't have never listened to them. And why was you listening to them in the first place? But that's how she
Exactly.
built. That's how she built
What about
for
Martin
whatever reason.
ex-wife? Martin ex-wife.
Give me the game. What happened?
I
Emmett
don't
Smith
know.
wife?
Yeah. I know she married to Martin and married to Emmett. I think the two great guys.
Oh, I get you. So let me explain this to you. Um, I believe that she would say Martin wasn't a great guy, which is why they didn't make it. I think they was a great guy at Bank of America, both equally. But I think even when you talk to the Steve Harveys and the listen, when you talk to the Steve Harveys and the Martins and all these celebrity dudes, they always Shaq, all these niggas be like, it was on me. I wasn't the man I should have been. I hate when people talk in phrases and in parables when they talk about the destruction of black love. You with somebody, you got the best you can get. You keep searching for better. Then when you fuck it up, you like, I should have been, I'll take that L. And like that, it's not that simple and it shouldn't be that easy. I think that it should take a year from the time you get engaged to where you legally can get married. I think it should take a year from the time you file for divorce till you can really get divorced. Because a lot of people, it's a lot of financial considerations and this and that. Now, if you just circumstances where he's abusive or whatever, I
Hmm.
understand that. I understand that. But the legal aspect of it, because here's the situation. If I'm whooping your ass and you don't want to be married to me anymore, you willing to wait a year for the paperwork. You don't got to be around me. You willing to wait
Hmm.
a year for the paperwork. But the fact is, if you say, well, I need to keep this lifestyle up, so I'll take these lumps, you got something wrong with you. And a lot of women end up looking at the lifestyle and thinking that they deserve the lifestyle more than they deserve the happiness, because the lifestyle and the happiness are not the same thing. The lifestyle is what they say that your reputation is what people think of you. Your character is who you truly are. You should care more about your character than your damn reputation.
You
Yeah.
should
And
be healthy.
so
Being
but,
healthy,
Yeah.
but
mentally
I'm
healthy.
right, absolutely, because that's the thing. The one thing is this whole hustle, everything we do is for options. And those options start to support health, wealth, and comfort. And so if it's not aligned with my health, my comfort, It ain't even about the wealth because the wealth for me is more spiritual than anything, but it's peace. I'm sorry. It's creating balance and supporting peace, right?
I think
So
you
go ahead.
summed it up when you said lifestyle and happiness.
Right.
It's two different things. And I think that's something that male and females need to understand the difference when they're out here trying to date. Because, you know, if you separate those two, you'll get different answers of what people are looking for. And then you can better let them know that, hey, well, you looking for a certain type of lifestyle. You ain't looking for love.
It once again, it's the ceremony, not the matrimony. But
Yeah.
I heard this clip. I heard this clip from Mr. Brown. I'm gonna play it for y'all, and then I want y'all to give me y'all perspective on what he's saying and how true it is and how valuable it is, and if it actually is gonna take fire and resonate, or people just gonna be like, "Yeah, that's just him talking."
Okay.
Hold on a second.
I said, let me show y'all how to find the perfect husband. And of course, you know, a room full of ladies. Like, he finna tell me. And they start pulling and pulling and pulling. Yeah. I said, I need you to make a list of everything that you want him to be. Make a list. Everything I want his credit score to be 850. I want him to be making $200,000 a year. He got to have his own house. I want him to be well groomed. He got to be well rounded. I say, make everything on that list that you want in a person. Do it. Put it all on there, everything, and become the list. See, we're not willing to become the list of what we want. Stay with it, please. See, you just want a bunch of stuff, but you're not willing to become a bunch of stuff.
And that right there, like what you just said, that's the lifestyle that a lot of women want. They want that lifestyle. That don't
I'm
equate. That don't equate to happiness.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is a real question. This is you. I'm taking all your experiences away, taking your choices, taking your kids, all of this. I'm talking to 20-year-old you, 18-year-old you. Why do women feel like they deserve that stuff? I understand about once. I'm talking about these women really feel like they deserve everything that he broke off in that list. 850's credit score, $200,000 a year nigga, all this. Why do they feel like they deserve that?
Because they're a woman.
Who is that taught? Is there a secret class we don't know about? Like, how do you get to that point where you have that in your mind, that type of audacity where you and I'm not saying it's wrong
And
because
you
it's
said
too
you saying
man.
20 and 30 year olds, and this is what they asking for, and it's because of what has been like what's been shown, what they see on TV. They want the lifestyle that these women are living on TV and what they see on social media, and it gotta be because this man is making this much money, or her husband or her boyfriend got this. It gotta be. It ain't off love. It ain't off because they working together to get all this. They're going off of what they see. And it's a lifestyle that they want to live, but they want somebody to give it to them. Women, some women want it to be handed to them because I'm a woman, I'm pretty, and all I need to do is to please my man. And from what they think a man wants, I can give him that, and that ain't even got nothing to do with money or taking care of much. Just off the strength of being a woman, looking pretty, being pretty, which we know all of that's it's not gonna last. None of that's gonna last. It's not sustainable, your looks. But for 20 and 30 some year olds, and like you said, to be able to be their freak and can twerk on a dime and all of that, they think that's all they have to have. I said
Twerk on a
some
dime.
women.
Yeah. So I would say I
You
agree
got
with
Megan
some.
out there with the good knees and Cardi B, Bongo, all this
Who?
silly
Megan?
stuff.
Oh, the staff.
Megan with the good knees, and then you got Cardi B and all this stuff they rapping about or they singing about, they dancing about on these videos, and they think that this is all I need or have to have these lifestyles or live these lifestyles these women are living, because some man somewhere is going to take care of me and give me that if I can just have all of this and do this.
I'm
If they
conflicted
wasn't thinking that
because
way, nobody be getting BBLs and all this other stuff because they think that's going to get
no,
them in the door of somebody taking
it.
care of them.
Yeah, because it's a lot of simps being raised. But for him saying put forth the effort to become a better person, I agree with that part. But to become everything on her list, like that goes against the whole creating balance thing. Like if you want somebody who's good financially because you're self-aware that you're not good financially, that's different. That's a self-aware person. But if his overall thing is about effort, I agree with it. But if you want somebody identical to you, that's probably not going to work either.
No, and it's not. But I think what he's saying is you're asking for all this stuff, and you're not even that person. That's it does to I don't. I agree with what he's saying to an extent. I just think I think the list is just me. I think it's stupid because it's all materialistic type of stuff to me. Because my
Hmm.
list wouldn't be like that. I need somebody that's gonna love me for me, and that's the old school way of it, I guess, God fearing, truthful, honest, loyal, just the character, everything about that person characteristic wise, but not because his credit score is 850. Yeah, my credit score ain't 850. You know what I mean? So I just think I don't know who those women are when he asked or where they were. But if you're not there, then why would you ask so much of a person and you're not even there? And you don't even know how to get there. You don't even care to get there, but you want this from somebody. And that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because they're looking for a fool, and they said a fool and his dough soon split. Ain't that what the Bible say, Chris?
Yeah.
It's it's a soon will part. A man, a fool and his money soon will part. This is the way I look at it. And
But
as just
hold
to
on,
be
Chris. Let
candid,
me
go ahead,
let me
go ahead,
finish.
go
But
ahead.
you do know that there, because I follow a lot of stuff on social media, and I
Hmm.
just look at a lot of stuff, and half of the
Hmm.
stuff I don't even like, but I read it. That
Hmm.
there's still women out here that think that the man's supposed to take care of everything,
Hmm.
financial wise, the home.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
they compare it back to the old day,
Hmm.
back then,
Hmm.
granddad went out and made the money and he paid
Hmm.
all the bills and blah, blah, blah. And
Hmm.
it's women that still think that way. I don't know why or how, but they do.
I
And I
know.
think
Yeah, I
those
know
are
why.
the women that has some of the women that has these standards with this list, I think.
I know why. Because it requires no effort. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to put forth any works. They just have to sit down and be cute, and therefore the man takes care of them, and their life is just fun, free, and carefree.
But
They
I
don't even
don't
have to take
but
care of
you know
themselves
what? What one thing that they didn't realize, and I don't know who didn't tell them this, but grandma wasn't sitting down being cute.
at all. She wasn't. You're right.
Her job was to take care of the house, which was a lot. If granddad went out and worked, grandma took care of the house. If things need to be fixed in the house or around the house, she fixed it, took care of the kids, all that type. And it was like a job. It was a lot. They,
It was a
back then
job.
they farmed, they grew their own. She did all that. So grandma just wasn't sitting there being cute all day. So I don't understand why they want their man to be like granddad, but they're not willing
But
to
they
look
want
at
to be
what
like
our
grandma.
grandma did.
Absolutely,
They want
absolutely. They want to pick
grandma's
and choose.
benefits,
Yeah, pick and
but
choose. Yep.
without grandma's works. Yeah,
But see,
they.
another thing that we tend to overlook is a successful granddad. So let's go back in the day. It's more prevalent in the South, and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say it. A man that had it, that worked at the factory or whatever, and was killing them for the OT and all this other stuff. It was a lot of them cats that had families across town. Like it wasn't all peaches and cream. It wasn't all
That's
what you
true.
thought it was. It was a lot of accepted things. A lot of
That's true.
granddads was alcoholics because they worked and tore their bodies up, and they had to come home and drink some scotch, and then you had to have their plate with the big piece of chicken ready. And he fell asleep in the chair watching the baseball game, and you had to wake him up and draw a bath for him and all this other stuff. We don't get baths drawn and all that. And I have way more than grandpa. So my world, my exposure is different. I don't command just this block or this area or go to the same gas station, same this and that. You trying to get me? Grandma wasn't going to China and Dubai. Grandma wasn't going to Jamaica once a year.
Oh
Like,
my
come
God.
on, let's stop
But
mixing
wait a minute
metaphors here.
though. But Omer
Go
just
ahead.
said because there's a lot of simps out here. So is it because of those type of men that these women came about, and that's why they asking? Because they know that they're
Let me
out there to give it.
let me tell y'all. It's two things I really want to say. One of them is it's a difference between a get up and an outfit. I don't wanna
Mm.
get up. Like, you go to fashion shows and you see the shit that they got in fashion shows, and you be like, "Nobody's wearing that for real."
Hmm.
This motherfucker has on a series of balloons. But it's sensational because it's a get up. It's a costume.
Hmm.
Women are becoming costumey in
Mm.
their approach to life. And
Clowns.
that is
Yeah.
cool for a show. That is not cool for wearing around. That's not functionally effective. So the reality of it is, I applaud the broads that come with that energy and bring that type of situation, but they find themselves soon sad because they good years done passed them by. You got 19 to 28 where you really before you depreciating in every way. If you're not building up something beyond your beauty, there is very few beautiful, like stunning 37-year-old women. I don't care what color, what race, what religion. You know what I'm saying? You done had some years on you at about 37, 35. You dig? Like some life done came on. I always look at the hands. But anyway, the point of
Oh
it
my
is,
God.
the point of it is when you can buy into better, you do better if you are a person that's choosy. So a lot of these chicks, like I said about the 24-year-old coming up pick the high school chick up, a lot of that is perpetuated on to life where you got the older dudes that's done went through it and then heard it and seen it, and they realize, okay, I need a young one that I can raise up that's gonna stay in her place and let me teach her some things and kind of put her under my wing. And then when she get out of place or she get too big for her britches, then I gotta let her go and trade in because I'm just leasing these hoes. And a lot of these women is putting themselves in these get ups in order to be flashy, to be leased. And what they realize when they get older and things don't work out with the dude that they really didn't want anyway, and they really was just with him because of what he was able to provide, then he left her and traded up for a younger model, or he just ran out of whatever because it never was sustainable anyway. The dope boys, the whatever. You get me? Like you make these decisions and you think I got this dude. The one of the greatest hustles, and my younger sister went through this. You know, what I'm saying God bless her. She deserved love, and she feel like she deserved love, and she keep getting with these entrepreneurs, and they got their own business, and they doing this, they doing that, and because they got their own business, that means they got different hours, right? And I'm giving some games, so dudes, please, I'm sorry. But they got these different hours. I'm always out there grindy, drivey. I'm on the hustle. But that just means you got more hours to get distracted. That just means
Mm-hmm.
you got more baked in excuses to not be at the crib.
She
Mm-hmm.
Man,
deserved
they called
love
me, and
based on
unless she
what
doing the
though?
books, if you that chick, the only way that works is if you doing the books. If y'all got that kind of relationship, you are now the bookkeeper. So you do have a job. You do have something that's going to help proliferate the relationship because while he out in the streets doing this or that, he out bounty hunting or truck driving or whatever the case may be. If you keeping the books, this might work because now he got an answer to something as far as where he was and how he was getting it. He either got to be creative than the motherfucker, which that's cool too, or it ain't just easy for him to be like, well, I got my own thing. I'm a promoter. I'm a party promoter, so I got to be out in the club. I'm a this or that, so I got to be out amongst the people. It's like, damn. So 4 or 5 nights a week, you got to be out spending money, buying drinks for people, and all that. No, you just having fun, and you use that as an excuse because our retained earnings is trash. When we look at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the year, we ain't got nothing to show for nothing. We going places from our apartment. We driving nice from the apartment. You know what I'm saying? We don't own everything we got is depreciating. That's horrible when you're young and you in your prime years to go get it, to set up for later, to create education or to create opportunity for your kids and yourself as you move forward. Because what's going to happen is you're going to look back, and time is the one thing you'll lose and never find again. You're going to look back and say, damn, I gave up my good years on this bullshit. I gave it, but instead of saying they gave up their good years on this bullshit, they say, I wasted my good years on this nigga. He took he stole he took all my good years. Like you didn't have no fun them 6 years y'all was together. He kidnapped you and kept you in the basement for 6 years, huh? But you're going to put all of the things you not for the rest of your life on the fact that you had a good 6-year run with somebody that never had a plan. That's the trash that I don't want for my daughters. And that's the kind of conversations I have. Look, you could do, I don't care if y'all go to school. I don't care if y'all get good grades. Once y'all 18, once y'all grown enough to make those decisions, be responsible for your own actions and pay your own way, you got it. But please, best believe, don't think you can live like this. Don't think you could eat like this. Don't think you can go like this. You go on trips because I'm sponsoring those trips for now. But that's going to dry up because at some point I need to know that I succeeded in what I was supposed to be doing and you can sponsor your own.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not even going to get to the point where you need to sponsor me. A lot of black folks get down like that. Like I need to get my kids need to do so they can take care of me when I don't need my kids as a retirement plan, right? But the fact of it is, damn, don't be in a situation where you trading me in for a younger model, meaning your daddy is now this dude that you calling daddy. You know what I'm saying? Now me and him beefing because he feel like we rivals. The fuck? That's a problem.
Well,
That's a problem.
let me throw this out here. I'm just thinking
Mm-hmm.
that list that his name is not Brown.
Mr. Brown.
David.
Hey,
David.
okay. Yeah, David Mann. Yeah, David Mann. We're
I
gonna
was
call him
like,
Mr.
his
Brown.
name is
That's
not
what
Brown.
people know.
Okay. But that list that he threw out there,
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts, or would your thoughts be different if he asked all white women?
I think to be something that you demand for someone to have or that you aspire for someone else to have, you can't want it for somebody else. Period.
No
Period.
matter the color. So the
No matter.
conversation, you don't think the conversation would be different if it was 20 white women that wrote their list what they looking for versus 20 black women?
I think I'm gonna go first and say this. I think that we want to believe that the opportunity for those things to be factual are greater with white folks, but they not. The good thing about white people is they do date simultaneously and they get a chance to test the water, figure out if she's this or that, and then they take a pick of the litter, right? I, we had a woman, this real story. I hate this shit. I hate that I live like this. We had a woman come in last week to because we getting custom curtains, right? They call them drapes when you get to spending money. And she told me this story. She told me this story where she said that yeah, me and my husband have known each other for since we were children as well, since we was young. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. She was like, yeah, he was always tall and kind of goofy. And my mom was like, you should really date a guy like him. And I was like, no. And then we went to college and I dated his roommate for a while. And then we were always just friends. And then when me and his roommate broke up, I was done. I have no idea what the fuck she said after that. I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm friends with my wife when we young. She ain't giving me the time of day. I'm not good enough. But I go to school. She go to school too. My boy that I sleep in the room with, they probably done fucked on the bed across from me and everything while the pillows over my ears and I'm crying because I wanted this hoe for years. You know what I'm saying?
I can't with you.
I mean,
His
let's play
pillow
this out.
soaked
Let's
with
play
tears.
this out. This is a
Right.
real story. And then he feel like you ain't good enough to keep getting it from him, or he done cheated on you and tore his drawers, and I'm here to pick up the pieces. And then I pick up the pieces, and then we end up being married. Man, get the fuck out. What I look like? And that's the
A
so when you talk
simp.
about black white dynamics, black people got a lot of we put a lot on respect, and we put a lot on I'll be damned, and that's some I'll be damned. You may or may both of y'all may or may not know people that have people that's with somebody that used to date their cousin, that's with somebody that used to mess around with their brother. Like that is the trash. Too many motherfuckers out here for this. This is a sad situation,
Yeah, that's
and I hate it.
yeah, that's real grimy, very grimy. And I was
So yeah,
I
it
was
doesn't matter the
asking that
color.
question because I think um the perception is when black women ask for something or it's something that they want, it's we asking for too much, we're being demanding and oh, I was just asking because I was wondering. Not that
I'm
I
gonna tell
agree
you
with the
this, and
list, but I'm
I'm
just wondering.
I'm gonna tell you this, then I'm gonna let you go because I don't know a successful black woman that has a successful black man, and anybody thinks it's inappropriate, or anybody wonders how did that happen. Not one. There's not one successful, and I'm not talking about successful like millionaire, billionaire. I'm talking
Hmm.
about a chick that keep a job,
Hmm.
that pay her taxes, that take care of her kids, and then she end up with a nice dude like you. Nobody's questioning that shit. Nobody's wondering how did she pull that off. You remove those type of thoughts when you have your own. When you got something about yourself that says, I knew she was gonna end up with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew she was gonna run enough of these trifling ass dudes off to where the real one was gonna be standing still. And so, but it's a lot of chicks where you like, why is she wasting her time with him? Why is she trying to raise this dude up? Why is she giving him all these excuses? Why is she taking care of him? And then
Hmm.
you got dudes is like, why is he still with her if he don't really want to be with her? Why is he like it's a lot of that. But when you get two people that's about their business and doing the right thing, nobody's questioning why they together. They might question why she gotta post everything. Why she got to throw it in our face? You know what I'm saying? Why they got to be so flamboyant and flashy? They hiding something. It's something going on because they put too many pictures out. They always want to. It's that type of shit, but nobody's questioning the validity of why they should be equally yoked and in love. Because when you have that type of situation and you giving that off, when you get a person, you got a young black girl. My young daughter's in college. If she start dating a dude in college, ain't nobody be like, "Oh my gosh, she got a college boy." The fuck, nobody's saying that. Nobody said, "Oh, you got a college boy." You know
Hmm.
that's not how that works. Now, here's the situation. Unfortunately, and this is the bane of the existence of the black female. She is in college and she's going to graduate from college. If she start working with the dude that's shift manager at Arby's, nobody's going to have a problem with that. Not even me, because she like it. I love it. Don't expect this life when you invest in a nigga that's a shift manager at Arby's. But the point of it is, I be plugging Arby's a lot. We're gonna have to get a sponsorship with them. They be on my mind for some reason. The commercials got to me. But the point of it is, the moral of the story is that's because Big Fight with Fat White Kathy worked fries at Arby's. Remember?
Hmm.
But but the moral of the story is, y'all can black women can be successful and reach down and they don't get the same scrutiny. White people don't allow for that. Black
Hmm.
men can be successful and reach down and they don't get the scrutiny because nobody thinks it's serious. If I'm this dude, I'm the director, I'm the whatever, and this don't work with me and my old lady, and I start talking to the chick on fries at Arby's, everybody is assuming that's just physical. That's just physical. She 38 and work fries at Arby's. Yeah, he just hitting. He'll get over it. He just going through. He on the rebound. People allow for that. Now, as my boy, I know my guy. He gonna be like, "Hey man, no, hey, what was she doing before Arby's, my nigga? Like, like he got a lot of questions.
Lord.
He got, is that her dad's Arby's? Like, what? I need some more. I
I
need
do,
some
I
more
do, I
because
do.
this is not what we do out here. So
Why can't it
it's
just
that.
be off of love?
Because the chances of love, and this is what he said yesterday, it's so funny. The chances of you allowing for love to develop, love takes time, like Mariah Carey said.
Yes, she did.
Lord.
Yes, she did. Amen.
Love takes time.
Hold to the
So
boat,
therefore,
Shy. Yes, she did.
that's right.
But
That's right.
they got
You're
all
not gonna
these
give the
movies.
time of
But they
day.
got all these. We go back to you said that you blame Disney, but there's
I
also
do.
all these movies out here where people fall in love with somebody at Arby's or somebody that's sweeping the floor, and it's just all for the love. It ain't, it ain't about where they at financially, but they end up
I agree.
falling in love with that person. And so while we're looking at it, we go support these
We not
movies,
we
but
not
Who's
cheering
yeah,
that on. No,
yeah.
we're not.
But
We're not cheering that on.
who's producing these movies? So going back to your question, is it different white black? Yeah, it's a difference because
Yes.
we have to build up to get this stuff. But
Right.
a black dude is inheriting stuff from his parents and life
A white
insurance
dude.
policies.
A white dude. Right.
Yeah, a white dude is got life insurance policies. He don't have student loans. Like, what is that? What are y'all paying back? What is this forgiveness stuff? Like, they don't even know about that stuff. So
Right.
if you're planning your life based on what you saw on TV, it's probably a dude who has things like their parents gave them the down payment on the house. But you're saying you want a dude who has his own house. It's not many black dudes who have their own house already for you to move in. That's something that
Mhm.
a couple traditionally builds together and
Mm-hmm.
get their own house. Like if you're not willing to put forth effort to build
Mm-hmm.
with this dude and y'all get y'all's house together, you're probably not a suitable wife anyway. So why should he do all this work and then pick you, then pick a daughter? He has a daughter.
Right. You're not gonna let that
Lord.
go. Huh?
Whoa, time out, time out. That's our time for the day, but stay tuned for the conclusion of this episode.
I get your mind right, yeah. I get your mind right, yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.